Thank you for joining us here on KEXP, where the music matters. I'm Cheryl Waters, and I am so excited to be here with a band that I've been a fan of for a very long time. Very happy they are returning here to the KEXP studios for the second time, the second of many performances, I hope. Please help me welcome Witch. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us here.
Very, very excited about some new music today and hearing those songs live. The new album called Zango. It's Witch live on KEXP.
Sana kwa lesa, kuwa iye
You're listening to Witch live in the KEXP studios, that song from the brand new album Zango. Such a treat and an honor to have them live with us today.
Unimvwesha Shuga, Unimvwesha Shuga.
Having so much fun with Witch live here in the KEXP studios, who look as fabulous as they sound. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you get notification when we launch this fabulous video.
Nshingilile, 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 pamakasa yakwe, shetani alatina, mucheni chakwe, shetani alatina, mumuloba wakwe, shetani alatina, nanakanka kulako, nanakanka kulako. Yesu manalesa, Yesu manalesa, Yesu manalesa, yakwe muteni takwe mumulopa wakwe
You're listening to KEXP. We're live with Witch. That is Witch live on KEXP. That was fabulous. I am so happy to have you back. Thank you for returning. It was so fun to have you here last year. And now, after the release of Zango, we're so happy to hear these songs live.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much for having us again here. It's a fantastic place, and I know you are pushing our fame somewhere.
We hope
So
so.
we do
We hope
appreciate
so. Well, I'm so happy you played Lazy Bones. That was my introduction to the band. And even though it came out in 1975, I only discovered it about 10 years ago. And then I went back immediately to listen to Introduction and In the Past and on and on and on. And of course, you were having great success at home back in the 70s, playing to thousands of people in stadiums. And it wasn't until like the 2010s when some reissues came out in Europe and the US that you gained an even bigger audience. What did it feel like to have all these people who were just discovering your music so many years later and wanting and loving it and wanting to hear so much more?
Well, we appreciate everyone who's supporting us. It feels great. It's like a resurrection. We died somehow musically, and now we're back on the road. And we love our fans. We enjoy their company. We enjoy their energy. We are just hoping that the fan base can grow bigger so that we can enjoy the music together.
Well, watching you perform live is so life-affirming. And I know that you preach sometimes at your show something that you call the philosophy of positivity. Can you tell me a little bit about that and why you feel it's so important to spread that and share that sentiment to the people that come see you?
Yeah, well, in life, I personally believe that you should be positive about things generally. Because human mind is somehow funny. You turn a corner and they'll tell you, oh, you've grown big. You look really, what have you been eating? The other corner you turn, they tell you, hey man, what's going on? You've really slimmed down. And you don't know which one to take seriously. But you must have your own thoughts that are driving you to some place. Because there is the destiny where we say, I worked hard for this and things. But there's also predestiny that you can't run away from. Why am I not an American and somebody else is an American? Why is someone Smith and I'm Chanda? Those are some of the things we don't have explanations to because they are part of the predestination. I believe strongly that even what we are doing here was put in place long, long before we were born, by some powers that be, that we may not be able to explain in one statement or the other. I call him God. Some people may call that energy differently. But I think everyone has their God. If that God works for you, hang on to him or her, whatever you feel. And if they are protecting you and giving you a chance to live a positive life, hang on to them with your dear life. This is what I believe in. This is what's going on now.
I love that. Yeah. And you have lived a very full life. Music has been a part of your life since you were a child, really, but you are also an educator, an activist, a gem miner.
Yep.
And so you really live a very full life. How have you been able to show up in your community as well and feel that love come back to you?
I mentor some youngsters along the path of Zamrock and general music. But I have not yet lived a full life. I'm waiting for money to match with the fame so that that money will help me live the kind of life I want to live. I want to live in a very well established recording studio, international standard. I want to have a school of music, and then I can retire there and have a full life so that I can die happily.
I would like that for you as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of the recording studio, I mean, Zango really feels like a dream come true, a new album after almost 40 years. And I understand you surround yourself with these incredible musicians, but that you also returned to the studio where you first recorded. What was that like?
Well, in my wildest dreams, I never thought that would come forth. That's the truth. But I go back to the predestination. When something is meant to be, it will be. It will always be. I had given up, actually, to an extent, that I would be doing something I love doing, that is creating music and performing it. That's why at one point I diverted to go into gemstone mining in hope that I would strike big, because I had people make it when they find the right gemstone. And I was hoping I would get something really big to help me realize my dream. But my predestination had something different. If you look at Patrick, he went through the same path. And now it's like a dream come true. I know there are better things coming. This is just an indicator of what is to be. I don't want to say that I'm fortunate, because that's by chance. I'm blessed to be playing with this fantastic group. They are very talented, some of them younger, much, much younger, but they have the skill, they have the love for the same music, so we are enjoying ourselves. I'm even happier to find two ladies who sang on the album coming along with us, and so that they can see what I have been seeing.
It's such a pleasure to see Hanna and Theresa here with you today, and I love that you are bringing the next generation along, and I hope that you also achieve all of those dreams. We're so grateful to have you here, and just such fans of your music, and wish you everything that you hope for.
I'm positive, I'm very positive. Something better is coming.
Well,
thank you for having us here again.
I hope that you keep making music, and I hope you also continue to be a teacher, because I think you have so much to share in that realm.
I'm doing that back home. I'm mentoring some youngsters. I'm trying to share and explain what Zamrock is compared to the world music, the difference between the Western scales, the primary chords, our strengths, like in rhythms, crisscrossing rhythms, as opposed to complicated melodic setups in orchestras, operas, and things like that. Ours is much simpler music, and it's for everyone to participate. The call and response is to allow people to participate, and also to sink certain things into people's emotions and minds. That's why we keep some melodies, some rhythmic patterns repeating over and over. It's not that we don't have what to put there. We do have, but our emphasis are meant to sink and dig out the emotions in some people.
Well, I can't wait to meet some of those students someday. Maybe they'll come through here. Thank you all again so much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Zango is a beautiful new album, and we're so pleased to have Witch with us live here in the KEXP studios today. We want to thank the band, and also to thank our listeners and our supporters for making this listener-powered station possible, helping us discover our favorite bands wherever we find them in the world. You can make a gift anytime at kexp.org to help make sure that discovery continues. Thank you once again. It's Witch, live on KEXP Seattle.
Discover new music at listener-powered kexp.org.